Hello and welcome to the overview of the Articles of Syndication. This is a contractual document that covers the foundation of syndicates in a free enterprise system. The closest analogy is a corporation, but they have a lot of very large differences. So let's get started. Article 1, Balance of Power. Each syndicate is split up into three equal parts known as the coin, capital, the mind, merit, and the hand, labor. This holy trinity each owns 33.33% of the enterprise and profit shares accordingly. Each trinity may annually elect their own treasurer, which audits and monitors the profits of the enterprise. So this is the concept right here: the coin, the mind, and the hand. Article 2, Equity Tokens. These tokens represent ownership in the company and serve as a profit-sharing mechanism. They differ from traditional stock in the way they are issued, stored, managed, and how owners of the equity are compensated. So you have your three sections. You have your coin, which is traditional capitalism, except it has a multi-tiered IPO system. So there's more than one IPO, which reduces the power of founders and early investors. Then the mind is the creative and intellectual talent of the organization, and the very important employees who contribute with advanced skills. And then your general labor is the hand, which also gets 1/3 ownership of the company. So it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So here with the coin, this token represents capital and investment. Investment funds are raised in a series of IPOs of coin tokens. So each IPO coin supply remains the same, whereas the price fluctuates based on demand, which is similar to stocks. So in your initial IPO, you'd have 1 million coins issued, and if the company makes $1 million a year profit, 33% of that is 330,000. Therefore, each coin token earns 33 cents per year. So you can get a market price from that. If the company requires more funds for expansion, the CEO can initiate a direct democracy vote via the mind. If there's a 2/3 vote of the mind in the hand based on percent ownership, voting in favor, then you can have a second IPO. Additional million coins are issued with a new value equilibrium based on investor demand. But now the profit sharing, the 33% profit sharing, is split between the first IPO and the second IPO. So each IPO gets a total of 16.666%. The mind are granted to engineers, inventors, and other high-skilled creative talent whose valuable, often one-time contributions significantly enable and empower the organization. So these tokens depreciate at 5% per year, and the hand tokens depreciate at 10% per year, which equalizes the constant addition. The hand constantly has new tokens added, and the 10% depreciation equalizes the significance of seniority at 10 years in the workforce. So that's the point of the depreciation. The CEO initiates a vote for any given breakthrough, innovation, or engineering team, and the coin owners vote to determine the value of that innovation using the following system. And there's a formula here. I'm not going to go over it because it's not too complicated, but I'm not going to go over it. It's all written here. So anyway, at the end, there's 29. In this example, you have 29 mind tokens awarded for the given innovation or engineering team or breakthrough. So the hand, all workers receive 1 token for each hour they work. Hand token management is administered and monitored by a token trustee, an employee who's annually elected to the position. Each employee gets 1 vote for the token trustee election. So, and then the 10%. So as you can see, this really splits and takes away a lot of power from the traditional founder and early investor system that we have of traditional capitalism. And the middle is meritocracy, right here, the mind, the merit. And then this is a labor worker ownership type system here. So you have all three. And as you can see by the colors, the yellow is capitalism, the orange is mutualism, or a mixture of capitalism and communism, and then here you have more of the communism flavor. And all three of them are synergized together to get the best organization possible. So here we have Article 6, CEO election and duties. Each owner's vote strength is weighted based on their profit-sharing percent. The CEO is elected. The CEO election would occur on April 2nd using a multi-round system, with each vote being weighted by the voters' percent ownership. The CEO can initiate votes for coin token IPOs, mine token awards, as well as issue traditional bonds to generate necessary capital for expansion. 33% ownership can at any time initiate an emergency election to replace the CEO. So if you had 100% of this, or 100% of that, or 100% of that, you could, or 10% of each, right? Human Resources Council, a 4-member council elected from the mined hand pool every April 2nd, using a multi-round system with each vote being weighted by the voters' percent ownership. This council determines hiring and firing from the enterprise. The CEO breaks ties. So the human resources is a very important and a very powerful position, as well as the CEO. So they're both elected by the CEO, all three vote, and then human resources, only the mind and the hand vote. Transparency and royalties. Itemized costs, salaries, profits, and profit-sharing payouts are shown quarterly to all employees and investors. Building an enterprise using this contract means you must pay, traveling through time, an annual royalty fee equal to 0.01% of the company's gross revenue. So 1% of 1%. Changing this foundational document, Article 9. The CEO can initiate a vote to alter this document. Any proposed changes must be approved by a 75% majority vote, with votes weighted based on percent ownership. So there's a lot of voting and there's a lot of democracy here, and it's all within this corporation. It's all within this singular institution. So you have to remember, this is corporate. This has nothing to do with politics. This is your workplace democracy, if you will. And the problem, it's beautiful because the problem with capitalism is it just gives too much power to the founder, and it gives too much power to the initial investors. Like the founding of the company is when all of the power struggles occur, and it's not right because there's so much that happens after the company is founded. So this fairly distributes that ownership amongst the entire lifetime of the company and amongst all of the people who really, really put their labor and put their effort into making the company really what it is, and so they can get that profit sharing that they really deserve, even if it's only 1 or 2 or 5% profit sharing. They get what they deserve, and it's a fair system. It's meant to be really give it a sense of justice. I love the Trinity aspect. Each group has its own agenda, its own kind of self-interest, and the self-interest is different from the other groups. It's separate from the other groups, and so the ownership slice remains separate. So this 33% is always separate from this 33%, is always separate from this 33%. So they can't really fight with one another. They can't try and consume each other, and therefore they actually have to work with each other. And they have each other's best interests in mind because they're not in competition. They can't be in competition. Contractually, it's impossible. So the CEO has a lot of duties. They initiate a lot of a lot of processes, democratic processes. I'm not sure how else we would go about that. And I'm not sure if anyone has any better ideas, let me know. But I think this is a excellent document. It really heals this whole capitalism versus communism debate. I think Marxism is a total non-starter, but I do have a soft spot for anarcho-communists and for worker cooperatives. And so that is one of the big reasons I sought to create this document, is to really put the pen to the paper and have something concrete, have something legal, have a structure that can serve as a path, as guidance, as a way forward for everyone. The coin is a little complicated. The game theory of it is a little complicated. It might upset some people because these extra IPOs really weaken that initial investment. So if that initial investor is doing very, very well with his profit sharing, he might be upset with that extra IPO. Anyway, this is it. This is the document, and you can read it again for yourself. You can download it in the video description, and I really hope this has been a eye-opening and healing tutorial for you, and I hope you share it with your friends, and I hope you share it with your colleagues, and maybe we can have a system one day where anyone who uses this document within their company can, have some symbol or some flag that signals to the general public that they're on the same page as I am, and as hopefully as you are now after watching this video and really digging into to this short but very sweet and very powerful document with a lot of great ideas in it, I think. Anyway, that's it. Thank you, and have a nice... Hello. Here is some bonus math regarding the articles of syndication and the hand. This is the hand specifically. So this is your ownership percentage of the hand. This is Amazon. This is public data from Wikipedia. This is their annual profit, 11.6 billion. Number of employees, 840,000. This is a guess, average years of seniority for each employee. So this gives you the distribution of hand tokens. That means if you're a 10-year employee, this is your percent ownership of the company, 0.0000992. But if you do the math with 11.6 billion, that is $11,500 per year in profit sharing, or $960 per month. If you work there for 30 years, the profit sharing is an additional $345,000 in your pocket. Now, you can quit with 10 years worth of labor tokens, and it essentially works as a pension system automatically built in that slowly scales down 10% per year due to the depreciation. So if you do the math on this is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, and then it keeps going, it keeps shrinking, but after 7 years, your pension has paid you $60,000 even though you're not working, which is really incredible. So the contract gives ownership and profit sharing to everyone. It builds a pension system automatically, built in, seamless. You don't have to worry about it at all. All you have to worry about is the profits of the corporation going down or the corporation going bankrupt or whatever. But Yeah, just a little extra math for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. This shows you really how powerful the contract is for the hand, and give you a bit of optimism there. Anyway, thank you. Have a nice day.